All right, this is Kevin Ward, and I'm responding to an email from one of my coaching members about a homeowner, an expired listing, sold the property, and I'm just going to read the email and then I'm going to answer the question. I was calling an expired listing. The homeowner informed me that he was an agent and the home had already sold. However, he owns a second property that he would be willing to co-list with me. So he asked if I would run comps on the property and call him back with a suggested listing price. He wants me to call him tomorrow with the information. What should I do? I would like to have this listing, but I'm concerned he is only interested in a second opinion for a listing price. How do I make this deal happen? Okay, great question. And this is a situation where it sounds like you really don't know, is this guy for real or is he just trying to get free comps? And if he's just trying to get free comps, give him the free comps and get on with your life. It's the number one thing is you want to identify, is this somebody that you can really potentially work with, or is he just looking for some free comps? Because look, if he's an agent, I'm not sure if he still is an agent or if he used to be an agent. He informed me that he was an agent, so I'm not sure if that means he still is or if he used to be. So my immediate thought is okay, did he sell it with another agent? If he did, why is he asking you for stuff? Why is he talking about co-listing with you and not with the agent that sold the property, because they actually got it sold? So my BS radar is kind of ding, 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 ding going off saying, okay, red flag, is this, like you said in the question, he may just be trying to get free information. So how do you determine if this guy is legit, if this is a legitimate opportunity for business, or if somebody's just messing with you? So a couple of things. One, even if he's just messing with you, you may be able to get beyond that point by establishing credibility with him as a professional, and then he'll take you seriously, and then you do have an opportunity to get a listing. So the first thing is always motivation. Okay, number one is this guy really motivated to sell, or is he just playing around? Number one. Number two is are you, I'm going to say it's positioning yourself as a real agent, as a real option for him. And if you're just giving him free information and just kind of yes sir, whatever I can do for you, you're not positioning yourself with strength and so forth. So how do you do it? Well, one is use the seller sheet. You use the seller sheet, which is your pre-qualifying questionnaire. It's your pre-qualifying script, if you will. You use the seller sheet, and you're just going to go through it and ask him questions. And first thing you're going to do is you're going to do basic comps. You said you'd call it. He asked you to call in tomorrow. Apparently you agreed to do that. So since you've already agreed that you'll call him with that information, you got to do what you said, which is totally cool. So what are you going to do? You're going to call him tomorrow as agreed. In preparation for that, you're going to run some comps, so you just get a price range. And then you're just going to give him a general price range based on the comps. And it's probably going to be a range of 20% or so that basically says, okay, so I ran some comps, and based on the property, the comps say it could sell anywhere from between $180,000 to $225,000. So is that somewhere in the range of what your expectation was? Well, yeah, but I want an exact list price. Well, I understand that. So here's what we need to do is, one, we need to take a look at the property, and then we can get a little more detailed in exactly what the price is. So I guess my question is, are you definitely ready to sell this property, or are you just kind of getting a feel for whether or not you can get a price you like? And then you're going to ask him questions on the seller sheet. So if you sell this property, where are you going next? Now, he says it's a second property, so he probably doesn't live there. So it's probably an investment property or rental or whatever. So I want to find out, now, is this an investment property? Is it vacant? Is it occupied? Find out the situation and say, so I'm curious why you're wanting to sell it. Like, are you going to reinvest in something else? Or are you wanting to pay off some debt? Why is this the right time for you to sell the property? He says, well, I'm really not interested in talking about it. Well, I understand that. I'm only asking because it's important for me to know if selling it right now is the best option for you, because I want to make sure there's a reason for you to sell it that's going to be worth the trouble of you actually selling it, and if it's going to actually be able to get you the result that you're wanting. So so those are the reasons you ask the question. So how soon would you like to have the property sold? Awesome. So you're going to go on through and continue to ask him those qualifying questions. Now here's what, again, you're looking for. One is you're positioning yourself by asking him questions about his situation, that you're a professional who's talking about doing business. And you're not just giving him free information. Well, I just wanted free comps. That's okay. I just wanted to find out what your opinion was on the price and so forth. Okay, good. So if you can get a price you want, is selling it something you're seriously interested in doing? Okay, cool. Well, I'm curious now. When you sold the other house the one I called you on, did another agent sell it, or were you selling? Did you sell it off market? Again, I'm just trying to dig through the BS a little bit, or dig through and find out if there is BS here. And then as I find out, he indicates there's some interest in selling. He's really serious about selling. I said, great. So it sounds like our next step would be just to set up a time to get together and really take a look at what's the best way to help you get the result that you want. When would be a good time for us to get together? I could come out tomorrow afternoon at 2:15, or would 4:15 be better? And I'm going to go for the appointment. And as I'm doing that, that's as you're pre-qualifying it, you're finding out is there some legitimate real motivation and so forth. And then at that point, you're going to find out a little better, is this guy serious or if he's not serious? Okay. Well, I'm just, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. Okay, cool. So let me ask this. Are you definitely serious about selling the property? Yes. Okay, cool. And I assume if you sell it, you do want to get top dollar for it. Perfect. Then that's what we ought to get together about. Because that's what I do, is I help people like yourself get a property sold for top dollar. And so when would be, and if that's something you're interested in, we should talk. Okay, cool. So when would be a good time for us to get together? And that's kind of how you approach it and getting that appointment. And if you can't get an appointment with that, it's typically the motivation is not there. And if not, put him in your personal circle, stay in touch with him. Because over time, the one thing you stay in touch with and most agents don't, you stay in touch with him and you're positioning yourself and getting credibility with him that you're an agent who actually follows up and you're there and you're for real, and eventually that can be a source of business for you.